The man who takes more pride in the steps to attain the result than the result will surpass any result he thought possible. Let that settle. Not the man with the most talent, not the man with the best connections, not the man who wanted it the most in theory, but the man who fell in love with the steps, who woke up proud of the process before the process had produced anything worth showing anyone, who found more satisfaction in the 5 a.m. than in the car it eventually bought, more identity in the discipline than in the title the discipline eventually earned. That man becomes unstoppable, not because he is chasing the result harder than everyone else, but because he has made the journey itself the destination. And a man who is already where he wants to be, in the process, in the work, in the daily grind, can never be stopped by the absence of the outcome. He is already winning every single day. Most people have the pride equation completely backwards. They are embarrassed by the process and proud of the result. Embarrassed to be seen working, grinding, struggling, building from nothing, and waiting for the result to arrive so they can finally feel good about what they are doing. This is a fragile way to live, because the result is never guaranteed. The timeline is never certain. And a man whose pride is entirely attached to an outcome he cannot fully control is a man whose confidence is always one bad quarter, one failed launch, one lost contract away from collapsing. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. The man who is addicted to the result, who measures his worth entirely by what he has accumulated externally, is never rich, not really, because the result always creates the appetite for the next result. The car creates the need for a better car. The income creates the need for more income. The achievement creates the need for a larger achievement. And the man chasing results lives in a perpetual state of not enough. But the man who is genuinely proud of the process, who finds real meaning in the early morning, in the hard session, in the book finished, in the coal taken without complaint, that man is full every single day before the result arrives, independent of whether it ever does. Take more pride in the early wake-up than the Rolls-Royce. This is not a statement against the Rolls-Royce. The Rolls-Royce is fine. The luxury is fine. The result is fine. But when the early wake-up becomes a means to an end, when it is only valuable because of what it might eventually produce, it loses its power. It becomes a transaction, and transactions can be negotiated away when the cost feels too high. But when the early wake-up is a source of pride in itself, when rising before the world is awake is part of your identity, part of how you see yourself, part of what you respect about the man you're becoming, it cannot be taken from you. No bad day touches it. No slow month threatens it. No failed result removes it. Lose no time. Be always employed in something useful. Cut off all unnecessary actions. The 5 a.m. is useful. The training session is useful. The chapter read before the city wakes is useful, not because of what they will eventually produce, but because of what they are doing right now, in real time, to the man performing them. They are building someone, and the pride of building someone, of watching yourself become more than you were yesterday, is a satisfaction deeper than any result has ever provided. Take more pride in the cold shower than in the desire for comfort. The cold shower is not about the cold. It is about what the cold represents. The voluntary choice of difficulty over ease, discipline over instinct, standard over feeling. Every morning that you step into discomfort before the day has asked anything of you, you are making a declaration about who you are. You are saying, I am someone who does hard things first. I am someone who does not negotiate with my own comfort. someone whose standard exists independently of how I feel about it today. Suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. The pain of the cold shower lasts seconds. The identity it builds lasts years. The pride that comes from knowing you have never once let yourself off the hook, that you are the same man in the cold and the heat, in the seen and the unseen, in the celebrated and the invisible moments. That pride is currency that buys a confidence no external result can match. So take more pride in the cold than in the comfort that waits for you on the other side of skipping it. The comfort is empty. The cold is building something permanent. Take more pride in your personal development library than in your lifestyle. The man who has read deeply, who has spent years in conversation with the greatest minds in human history through the pages they left behind, carries something invisible but undeniable, a quality of thinking, a depth of perspective, a patience with complexity that the man who only consumes entertainment cannot access. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. The book finished at midnight when you could have been watching something is not a small thing. It is an act of investment in the only asset that appreciates without limit, your own mind. The knowledge compounds, the perspective deepens, the quality of your decisions improves, the caliber of your thinking rises, and none of that is visible in the moment it is being built, but all of it shows up in the results, in the quality of the man, in the soundness of the choices, in the resilience of the character when things get hard. Be prouder of the library than the garage. The library built the man who earned the garage. Without it, the garage is just borrowed time. Take more pride in your integrity than your income. The man who holds his standard, who keeps his word when it costs him, who refuses to compromise his character for a shortcut, who walks away from the deal that would pay well but require him to be someone he is not. That man has something no income statement can reflect. He has a relationship with himself that is unbroken, and that relationship is the foundation of everything else. The strength of a man's virtue should not be measured by his special exertions, but by his habitual acts. The habitual acts, the daily, unremarkable, unwitnessed decisions to be who you said you would be. Not the grand gesture, not the big sacrifice made publicly. The quiet, consistent private choices to hold the standard when there is no reward for doing so and no punishment for doing otherwise. Be proud of those. Be deeply, genuinely proud of the man who shows up the same way every day regardless of circumstance. That man is rare. That man is worth more than the result he is working toward. The result will come for the man who is genuinely proud of the process, who has made the daily steps his identity rather than his burden. The result is inevitable, not because effort guarantees a specific outcome, but because a man who finds deep meaning in the process never stops. And the man who never stops eventually arrives somewhere worth arriving. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and starting on the first one. And then falling in love with the first one, and the second, and the 10,000. Finding in each small step not just the means to the end, but the satisfaction of a life being built with intention, with discipline, with genuine pride in the craft of becoming. That is the life, not the result at the end of it. The life itself, the daily construction of a man who operates at a level most people never choose. So let the others wait for the result to feel proud. Let them chase the car, the watch, the following, the validation. You be proud of the alarm at 5 a.m. Be proud of the training session nobody saw. Be proud of the book finished, the vice refused, the cold taken, the standard held, The prayer said, "The work done in the dark before the world was watching. Be prouder of those things than you will ever be of anything that follows from them, because those things are yours completely. No market can take them. No failure can erase them. No bad season can undo them. They are the man, and the man is always the point. The result is just the receipt."